When we think about how Donald Trump changed the political debate in the United States, the most obvious is how he changed the conventional wisdom about how campaigns succeed. He relied mostly on dominating what we would call earned media, dominating the cable airwaves because he was always saying and doing things that were outrageous. That strategy of chaos ended up winning him a lot of free media. He also was very effective on social media. He spoke directly to his followers. Brexit was an important indicator for us of the path that Donald Trump could possibly take to the White House. Far-right movements in Europe have taken hold, surprisingly, in the bastions of the old left. The reason why these populist movements have taken hold across the world is that political leadership in most countries has failed to develop a strategy to deal with the technological changes of society. Automation, the displacement of workers, that's created the kind of passions that we've seen across the West, and that's led us to the tumultuous moments that we've seen recently in France and other parts of Europe. The biggest danger to the existing order are politicians who can combine the passions on the far right and the far left. It's extraordinarily difficult to reverse the political polarization that's taken hold. In the United States, which I can speak to best, we've seen Americans choose to live and move to places where the vast majority of their neighbors agree with their political values. And so over the last 20 years, we've seen a geographic sorting of America into heavily red or Republican areas and heavily blue Democratic areas. That's what we would refer to them as. And so we have an entire generation of voters growing up in a community where they're not exposed to people of differing points of view. And that is only likely to make polarization worse in the years ahead. First of all, we have to recognize that we have two camps, at least in America, who receive totally different information and news. We need our leaders to be able to agree on one set of facts. One recommendation I would have for the press, both in the United States and elsewhere, is to avoid editorializing and avoid endorsing candidates as much as possible, because it tends to detract from the trust that voters have in the fairness and accuracy of the hard news that those outlets are reporting.